Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you. From Yahuwah, our Father, and Yahusha. He is the Messiah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, his voice, our high priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yeshua, Yahuwah, who is our mighty one. He is one. There is no other mighty one in existence than Yahuwah, and Yahusha is his voice. This is Brother Dawood coming to you again to bring you the last atonement before the gathering. This is part 9. Enmity. It means hatred. Look to the right. You see this item that goes on a barrister, that's a lawyer, a judge, or a Catholic priest's garment. This is called the tablets of the law. While they wear the tablets of the law on their necks, they proclaim through their doctrinal principles that the law of Yahuwah has been abolished. How? Through Christ. Let's begin. Ephesians chapter 2, 1-3. Do you think that he was writing these letters to the people in Ephesus? No. He was writing these letters to the children of Yeshua that was scattered in Ephesus. 1. And you. You is a pronoun. Who is he speaking to? Let's see if we can uncover who you is. And you have he quickened. The word quicken means revived, who were dead in trespasses and sins. There it is. Without the shadow of a doubt, it is the children of Yeshua who were dead in trespasses and sins. Who took the covenant? At the mount. Verbally, who was sprinkled with blood that sealed the deal, that is perpetual, who is under the law, only the children of Yeshua, who trespassed the law, and it's evident that they did. Look where we're at now. The children of Yeshua, who needed to be resuscitated, revived, brought back to life again. I rest my case. 2. Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now works in the children of disobedience. That spirit is still alive today. I'm going to give you 3 names. The Persians called him Mithras. The Greeks called him Apollo. The Romans called him Christ. He is the sun god. He flies through the air on his chariot. He is anointed by the rays of the sun. And our brothers are naming their ministries after him. They are calling on him. 3. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature, no, not by nature, by default, because we transgressed the law, the children of wrath, indeed, just as the rest of the world. 4. But Yah, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us. Mercy? Remember, mercy presupposes guilt. And Shaul is only speaking to a guilty people. And the only people who could be guilty are the children of Yeshua. They are the only ones who were under the law. Hey, he only loved one group of people. The children of Yeshua. He said, Yeshua only have I known. I have not known any other people around the earth. 5. Indeed, when we, there we are again, were dead in our sins, have quickened, no, he revived us together with Christ, the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that works wickedness. Who put him in this book? The same people that hate you. Do you know that through this name, millions, could be billions by now, of our ancestors have perished, never to rise again? Because of who? Let's identify him, the culprit, the white man. He gave you this translation, and he gave you a replacement. Christ. He is the opposition, the one that is against. Who is he against? The Messiah. Who is the Messiah? The one that carries the burden of Yah, our high priest, soon coming king. He is in the heavens, making continual intercession. On whose behalf? Only the children of Yeshua. So Christ is the anti-Messiah. Look what they put in parentheses. Anytime you see parentheses in the text, it means it's an addition. It's not there, but they put it in anyway. Here they put this in to frame your thoughts. By grace you are saved. Hold it. Verse 4 says, Yah, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us. Only the children of Yeshua. But look in 5. They put in parentheses. By grace you are saved. Who is he speaking to? His people. There's two views here. Two opposing views. One comes from Yah. One comes from the white man, trying to weave himself into the text. Can you see it now? In seminary, I went through this over and over and over again, and I kept asking the teachers, there's too many contradictions in the text. And the Archbishop said, the only infallible text is the original text. The original text is not Greek. It is not Latin. It is not English. But Abaya. 6. And have raised us up together. Who is us? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Where? And made us sit together in heavenly places. In the Messiah, the one that carries the burden of Yah. Yahusha. Yahuwah is salvation. He didn't raise anyone else up in the heavens. No other group of people. No white people. No black people. No yellow people. Only the children of Yisrael are under covenant. They stole this book from us and twisted it around to include themselves, and they have deceived the whole world. Only a demonic people can do this. 7. That in the ages to come, he might show the exceeding riches of his mercy in his kindness towards us through our high priest, Yahusha HaMashiach. 8. For by grace, okay, let's just read it like this. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yah. Grace? What does that mean? The unmerited favor of Yah. All the good things you don't deserve. There's no action required for grace. Listen to me. There is no action required for grace. But mercy is a different ballgame. Mercy is under the law. Mercy presupposes guilt. The only way that you can be exonerated by the lawgiver is to follow the rite that is prescribed. In Leviticus chapter 16, the priest must enter in. He has to sprinkle the blood 7 times with his finger before the mercy seat. Did you hear anything about a grace seat? And he has to sprinkle the blood 7 times with his finger on the mercy seat. No grace seat. Yeah. It is the only action that is required for you to obtain mercy from the lawgiver, to have your sins carried away. Who provided for you the high priest who is in the heavens to make this atonement for you? Yahuwah. So, this mercy is not of yourself. It is the gift of Yah. 9. Not of your works. You didn't do it. He did it all for us. None of us can boast. Have you guys ever been to court? Have you ever taken a plea? When you take a plea, you throw yourself upon the mercy of the court. There's an action required when you take a plea. You have to make a confession. Confess all of your transgressions before the judge. Then it's up to the judge to exonerate you. In like manner, on the Day of Atonement, there is an action required. What is that? You also have to be a participant. You have to show up. Turn down your plate. Afflict your soul. Confess your transgressions. No work can be done on that day. From sundown to sundown. 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahusha HaMashiach unto good works. So the works of the law are not abolished. You see, him making the atonement for you in the heavens to cleanse you. It's supposed the outward means to show that you are with him, you will perform good works. What is that? The works of the law, which Yah hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Who is we? The children of Yesharo, who took the covenant at the mount, who was sprinkled with blood. Who did he ordain that they should walk in these commandments? Remember when Yahushua HaMashiach was on the earth, he said, walk indeed as I walk. How did he walk? According to the law. 11. Wherefore, remember, and don't you ever forget, that you being in time past Gentiles? Nah, didn't say that. Let's read it again. I put in parentheses my thought process. Wherefore, remember, that you being in time past, like the Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, who caused us to stop circumcising our men? The Gentiles. What was the penalty? They caught you circumcising the men. Death. But in this case, the ones who are the uncircumcision here are the children of Yesharo that were scattered abroad. They were called the uncircumcision, unclean, by that which is called the circumcision, the southern kingdom, in the flesh made by hands. So because they were circumcised, they looked down upon the northern kingdom who were carried away, who were uncircumcised. 12. That at that time you were without the Ma'ashayah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, being aliens, cut off from the commonwealth of Yesharo. The northern kingdom was separated. They were scattered. And strangers, not strangers, it's a simple word, just put an E in the beginning, estranged from the covenants of promise. They could not suck from the breast of our mother, Yarushalayim, having no hope, and without Yah in the world. Isn't that what the Gentiles say? Where's your mighty one? Where's your Messiah? He hasn't come to get you yet. Shaul ban Yahukanan HaYahuda. It's a white guy. His name is longer than mine. He was commenting on one of our brother's posts, taunting him. Look what he had to say. You don't get to reference the Vitorah and then believe in some Messiah. What? The Torah itself speaks of one who would come, who was likened unto Masha. Unto him you are to hearken. Where's your Messiah now? Didn't I tell you? That's what they say. Our Messiah is in the heavens. What has he done? He's making continual intercession on the children of Yesharo's behalf. Any prophecy that came to pass, 400 years was over in 2019. The man of sin, Mohammed bin Salman, was revealed in 2019. In 2020, the plague came. Then the fire was sent to the seacoast of Lebanon. Now we're watching Gaza right in front of our face. Gaza's being forsaken, and the awakening. of some of the children of Yasharal. And that's just to name a few. Shaul. 13. But now, in Yahusha, HaMashiach, the one who is in the heavens, who carries the burden of Yah only for the children of Yasharal, you who were sometimes afar off, the northern kingdom, and some of the southern kingdom that were scattered, are made nigh. You're brought close by the blood of the one that carries the burden of Yah. 14. For he is our peace, who have made both one, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us. Us is a pronoun. It is only the children of Yasharal. 15. Having abolished in his flesh the enmity, indeed, the law of commandments contained in ordinances. 30 years. I've been a teacher, deep in this book, yes. You know, many people have come to me and said that the law is abolished. And I asked them to show me where. Here's one of the places that they'll take you. They say, you see it right here? He abolished in his flesh the enmity, indeed the law of commandments contained in ordinances. One of the things that I have found in all of my years, people do not know how to read. They have no reading comprehension. They had no formal training. They had no teachers. They're just out there shooting from the hip. Let's read this again. Having abolished, in his flesh, the what? The hatred. The hatred of what? Indeed, the law of commandments contained in ordinances. What did the northern kingdom hate? The law. That's why they were carried away. What did the southern kingdom hate? The law. That's why we were carried away. For to make in himself of twain, that means two, one new man, so making peace between who? He tore down the middle wall of partition between us, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, to bring the two sticks back together again. 16. And that he might reconcile both unto Yah. Reconcile? Return? To bring two parties back together again? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Is he speaking of Mr. White? He cannot return. He cannot be reconciled. He cannot be redeemed. Why? Because he was never a party to this transaction in the first place. Was he a party to our suffering? To bring two parties both unto Yah in one body by the cross. Cross is a loan word from the Latin Vulgate. Crux. The Greek, it doesn't exist. The word is sturos or zulon, upright stake or pale. They borrowed this crossword from Constantine, having slain the hatred. Thereby, what hatred? He broke down the middle wall of partition that was between us, the northern kingdom, and the southern kingdom. 17. And came and preached peace to you which were afar off, the northern kingdom, who was scattered abroad, and to them that were nigh, the southern kingdom, who was still in the land at that time. 18. For through him, who is him, Yahusha, HaMashiach, we both have access by one Spirit, one Ruah, unto the Father. Now do you see why they're so jealous? No one else is a participant. It is only us. 19. Now therefore you are no more strangers. We were never strangers. We were estranged, scattered. And foreigners, we were never foreigners. We were scattered to foreign lands, considered foreigners. But fellow citizens now, the two sticks have been brought back together again through Yahusha, HaMashiach. With the saints, the word is Kadusha Yam, and of the household of Yah. 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. We have to stop. The foundation of the apostles. Let's speak about the end game. After the Gentiles have been eradicated from the earth, after the 1,000-year reign, the great city is going to come down from heaven, 1,500 miles long, 1,500 miles wide, 1,500 miles high. Who will be in that city? He who is seated upon the throne, Yahuwah, on the foundation of the city are the names of the 12 apostles of Yahusha, HaMashiach. When the city lands, there will be 12 gates with 12 angels with powerful weapons. On those gates will be the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Yeshurun. Is there a European tribe? Is there a gate for them? Is there an African gate? Is there an Asian gate? No. It's only for family. We are family. Just my brothers and sisters with me. Yahusha, HaMashiach himself. He shall be the chief cornerstone. 21. In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in Yahuwah. 22. In whom you, the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, the children of Yeshurun, also are built together for a habitation of Yah through the Ruah. Continue to part 10. We're getting close. Shalom.